YouTube, welcome back to another ChotCut. This is ChotCut number 21, and today we're going to talk about three topics. Three topics are going to be the PS5 and the Xbox One series releasing today, this week. Tomorrow's the Series X release, and the next 2 days will be the PlayStation 5 release, so close together, all in the same week. Warzone Engine will stay the same, which is big news for the Call of Duty scene. And finally, the LA Thieves roster is announced for Call of Duty, and let's just get into it. So starting off with the PS5 and Xbox One Series X releasing. Both are releasing this week, so if you got your hands on a pre-order, congratulations. The rest of us peasants will have to wait and see if we can even get our hands on one. And that's pretty much it for us, but the Xbox does appear to be slightly faster in some aspects. Some reviewers have shown in loading times for some games and certain games there has been a faster load time for the Xbox Series X, while the PS5 has been a little slower. Now, will that impact how gameplay and all these things work? I doubt it. I think it's going to be very minimal, but it is interesting to see, and people will be looking at those things, especially people that don't know much. Either way, the chance of any one of us getting one, if you didn't pre-order, are slim to none, as most of those Xboxes and PS5s are going to people who have pre-ordered them. Now, there have been some posts that may look misleading that show or suggest that there will be some available on launch day for people who didn't pre-order, but I highly doubt this, and that's all I have to say about that. Now, moving on to the Warzone engine, staying the same in Call of Duty. The game movement mechanics will remain the same from Modern Warfare to Black Ops Cold War. Now, what does this mean for Warzone? Well, first of all, it's big, it's huge. So with that player base, it's going to be good to know player base will not leave for some reason, because the game mechanics change, will leave because of that. So the engine will stay the same. So if you didn't like it already, you won't like it, and if you already liked it, it's going to stay the same. So that's a big plus, and a big plus for me too. I honestly really enjoy the engine that's in Warzone right now, and this will just only continue to grow. So only improvements will continue to happen rather than the engine changing entirely. You'll just have these small little improvements to make it even better, to make it better and perfect for future iterations and updates in Warzone. And it also makes it a step closer to being its own independent thing. So previously in Call of Duties, we've been used to the change in engines and the change in the movement and the mechanics, from Treyarch to Sledgehammer to Infinity Ward, and obviously now only to Treyarch and Infinity Ward. We've been used to these changes, but now it's going to be staying the same for Warzone, the Warzone mode specifically. So this is big news. I'm really happy with this. Now, I would have mentioned this last week, but I forgot to mention it, so I'm mentioning it this week. I know this is a bit old, but hey, why not mention it? So now moving on to the final topic, we're going to talk about the LA Thieves roster. 100 Thieves acquires its CDL spot from OGLA. Basically, the team that was on OGLA is going to transfer over to 100 Thieves. I think with the exception of maybe one player. That's because of the cut to the rosters being down to 4 players instead of 5 players from Modern Warfare. So there you go. You're going to have basically the original 100 Thieves roster that was 100 Thieves roster initially, that went to Optic because of the franchising, now back on 100 Thieves. So really good stuff for 100 Thieves. Really happy for Nadeshot, the CEO, and hopefully they can succeed in winning some champions this season. Now, the question is, what will happen to the Optic name? As many of you know, Hex has basically the name of Optic. So will he change Chicago Huntsman to Optic Chicago or Chicago Optic? Who knows? We're going to have to find out and see what happens. From what we know, LA Thieves have the OGLA hotspot, but they do not have the name. That belongs to Hex. So very interesting stuff that might develop here in the next couple months. We'll just have to see. Either way, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed ChotCut number 21. We talked about 3 topics: the PS5 and Xbox One Series X releasing, and the many different questions and concerns some of you may have. Warzone engine staying the same. Big win in my opinion for many Call of Duty players out there. And the LA Thieves or 100 Thieves acquiring its CDL spot. And what will happen to Optic? We'll just have to wait and see from the big words from the big man, big OG Optic Hex. Either way, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I will have a vlog up tomorrow. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Have a good one.